Hi everyone, wherever you are watching me from. My name is Kyla Shenga. Welcome to this channel, Feel at Home. And today I'm about to share with you a story on how I had a second chance to life, literally died and came back to life. So grab some popcorns, sit in a comfortable position, and let's get started. Okay, so way back in 2015, I had an elder sister. She was named Caroline. May her soul rest in peace. So she was a business lady. She approached me. I had just completed my college, and she was like, "Can you take me to Nairobi at the famous Gikomba market?" So she wanted to buy some clothes for her business. I was reluctant at first. I didn't want to travel a lot, but she insisted. So fast forward, on the D-Day, she was so slow because she had to prepare her kids before we could embark on the journey, so that whoever was being left behind with the kids didn't have a hard time. So it's this day and we get out of the house. It's really late at night, like 8. We are from Kitale and we're heading to Nairobi. So we have to go to town to pick a bus so that we can travel. So one on one, we hop onto a motorbike. We are taken to town. We book our tickets, and while waiting for the cars to park, we grab a bite. And now it's time for the passengers to board their buses, and we board into this bus. We are looking for our seats, and with the tout like, "Why can't we find our seats?" And he's like, "This is not your bus. You are actually supposed to board the next bus." So this first bus that we boarded and couldn't find our seats was a brand new bus. So we are boarding into this second bus, and it's old. It has really hit the road. It has been used for so long, you could tell by just the outward appearance. And the moment I get into this bus, I'm just not okay. I feel disturbed, and I tell my sister, like, I really don't like the feeling of this. I just feel out of place. I don't feel okay. But she encourages me and tells me everything will be okay. Let's just travel in peace. God will protect us, blah, blah, blah. So our journey begins. From Kitale to Eldoret, we are at the checkpoint. The bus has to be checked before we proceed. So we are being checked, and there are these two ladies from nowhere come to board this bus. And mark you, the bus is full. There is no space. But they convince the driver and the tout that they really need to be at the same destination that we are going very early in the morning to pick the clothes so they can get the best and come back to sell. So they squeeze behind with some people. They squeeze and have a place, and our journey continues. Now way forward after Eldoret, we are moving forward before we reach Nakuru. There's a certain point the bus driver stops, and literally stops to do nothing, just alights, stretches himself. After a few minutes, gets back into the bus, and the journey continues. So it's late at night. For those who've ever traveled at night, it's late and everyone is just asleep. And I also fall asleep automatically. So I'm woken up by loud screams of people. I look around and there are people screaming. There are those who are praying, calling out to the Lord. And I'm like, gosh, what's happening? And the only thing I can see is light. I really see bright lights, and the bus is just running on air, like flying. And I'm like, at this moment, I'm like, God, what is happening? So I hold on to the seat in front of me. All this while, my sister is just calling out her youngest daughter's name and like, what will my daughter do without me? How will she live? She's not even considering the elder ones. She's just calling out the name of the little one. So she's like, what will my daughter do without me? and we're in this commotion. Remember, there's someone's mom in that bus, there's someone's brother, sister, and the bus is really flaring. This time we're at this black spot in Salga. There's no car ahead of us, there's no car behind us, and we're just flying in the air. And I'm just like, God, remember us. Personally, I'm thinking about my mom, and I'm thinking about my daughter, and I'm like, what will happen to my mom if she loses 2 kids at a go? And I really don't have answers to that. So fortunately, if you've ever been through that Salga road, you normally see trucks parked beside the road. So that is what helped us for the bus to have control and finally stop. So the driver hit on the trucks, and fortunately our bus gained control and we stopped. And in that confusion, everyone alighted so very fast, and I really don't understand, like, have you ever been involved in an accident and there are these people who just come from nowhere, and their main agenda is not to help those people who've been involved in the accident, but actually to steal. It's such a pity. So in that confusion, in that everything, I had my sister's phone, and that's how it just got lost, and so many others lost their things. At some point, I told you there are ladies who entered the bus while we were in Eldoret. Those ladies just disappeared. I don't know where they went to, and everyone was asking, like, where did these ladies go to? Fortunate enough, no one lost their lives, but our driver, through the struggle of controlling the car, his hands were really bruised. But I thank him, and I thank God for giving him that courage to control the bus to a stop. And I also thank God for giving me a second chance to life, to take care of my kid and my mom. Because if I could have died that day, then it means that my kid will be left without a mom. And that's how I literally died for a few minutes and came back to life and had a second chance to life. And all the rest is history. And no one died in that bus, but unfortunately there was someone, a businessman, who was transporting so many chicken that were kept in the boot, like 200 plus, and all the chicken died. And I can say, like, maybe our lives were spared and the lives of the chicken were taken because God looked and saw there's someone's mom here, their daughter are waiting, or a dad, or someone's employer or employee who couldn't do without the other. And he decided to give everyone a second chance to life that very day. Unfortunately, due to that back and forth of being involved in an accident, we were grabbing the seats in front of us. So that back and forth, we were hitting our chests on the car seats in front of us. And my sister developed chest complications. So through 2015, 2016, she was suffering chest problems. And 2017 June, we actually lost her due to chest problems. So I just want to ask there, just leave a comment down below in the comment section. Have you ever been involved in an accident? How did it go? Have you ever had a family member, a friend being involved in an accident? Did they die, or did they get a second chance to live again? and if at all they were involved in the accident and they came out alive, did you ever take them to hospital, or did they ever go to hospital for checkup? Because up to now, after the accident and we saw that we were okay, despite my sister complaining of the chest problems, she never went to hospital to check her chest. She was just there taking painkillers and what have you, until the last minute is now when she went to hospital, when the chest had really gotten into a worse situation, and that's how we lost her. But I'm happy that she left behind 5 kids whom we look at and at least cherish her memories. So if you liked this video, please give it a like. Don't forget to comment and also subscribe and hit that notification bell, because there is more coming your way. I love you so much, and stay safe wherever you are. And if you get a second chance in life, make sure to utilize it very well to the maximum. I love you. Bye.